Snuggle Puppy, yay! Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And this is The Witcher 4. We got a demo that we got to check out. Unreal 5, Engine 5 tech demo for The Witcher. And looking forward to checking it out. And we've checked out some trailers and stuff for The Witcher 3. We're going to play it on the channel. And we also saw the first trailer for The Witcher 4 as well. And that looks awesome. So let's see what... how amazing this looks.
I'm so excited for this.
Which orb are you? All universes? State of Unreal.
Sleep, is he? The ploughing plonker. Break me pearlies on this blasted pit-ridden tract. Where's Fear on the dry road? Oi, the devil's running from!
Oh. Oh! Yeah, you're dead. All I can hope for now is a quick death. Oh. Ow. Oh.
Is that a dragon? So cool the way it's shot.
Yeah. Very horror-film-esque. Oh.
What is that?
That is a vampire bat in Witcher.
Go for it. I know we're scared. We're very brave.
Salt.
Almost had me fooled, Fruin.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Technical presentation, not actual gameplay.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, and welcome to the State of Unreal at Unreal Fest Orlando. We're here to show you what's next with Unreal Engine and so much more. We are thrilled that you're able to join us. Thank you. But first things first, I'm here with Sebastian and Kitek from CD Projekt Red. We have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, you do.
Guys?
Hey, thank you,
A lot
Wyatt.
to showcase.
Thank you, Wyatt, and hello, everyone. With The Witcher 4, we're stepping things up. And to do that, we needed the right partner. One that truly understands that great open-world games are all about art and technology coming together.
Yeah, and look, our goals are completely aligned here. And around the launch of UE5, your awesome team at CD Projekt Red announced a collaboration to make open world development in Unreal even better. And it's an opportunity, we just couldn't pass it up. So we've been working on a technical
everyone's
demo
friends.
together to achieve just that. I think we should take a look at it. You guys ready?
Board ready. Kitek is going to play the build for us.
Sure, let's do it.
This is a technological showcase set in the world of The Witcher 4. What you just saw and are going to see now is running on a standard PlayStation 5 at 60 FPS with ray tracing. So in the game, you'll be playing as Ciri, a professional monster slayer, a witcher. She explores the world and hunts down monsters for coin. The region we are in is called Kovir, and you'll get to explore it in a game. Right now, Ciri is investigating a monster, and after gathering new clues, she is heading back to a nearby village. Alright everyone, meet Kelpie!
Let weeds be weeds, Kelpie.
So just like Geralt had Roach, Ciri has her own loyal companion.
Nice. Okay, buddy, we like the horse.
These two characters need to feel like one. Since you're gonna explore the world on horseback, riding needs to feel seamless, natural, and just fun.
Yeah, and to support that, we're introducing multi-character motion matching in Unreal. So Ciri and Kelpie, they're perfectly synchronized when mounting from any angle and speed. And we also support root motion movement on Kelpie, so controlling her feels realistic and grounded. And there are also some really nice improvements to our Unreal Chaos Flesh Solver and these machine-learned deformations. So you've got realistic muscles moving and stretching under Kelpie's skin without compromising the performance there.
The level of detail is insane.
Yeah. Oh my god, does it look real?
So let's leave Ciri behind for a second and talk about the world itself. So much of the Witcher world is natural, organic, especially Kovir with its dense forest and wild nature.
Yeah, and wild nature is hard. And with nanite geometry, we've freed artists from so many of their old constraints. But we don't want to rest until everything we do in Unreal has that same spirit of freedom. There's always more work to do. And foliage is a huge piece of that puzzle. So we are excited to introduce nanite foliage. And in order to achieve gorgeous foliage density everywhere, while still being memory efficient, fast to render, we believe that a new idea was needed. So instead of the same card approach we've been using for the past 20 years, artists should be free to take a nanite approach to foliage, modeling every single leaf and pine needle.
Oh my god.
And
Take
the
forever.
old LOD tricks of the past, they needed a complete rethink. And in their place, it's a new adaptive voxel representation in nanite. It's volumetric, it's fully 3D, it is super fast to render. And these dense clusters of triangles turn into these cubes, which at a distance, they're no larger than a pixel, and they react to the changing light of our dynamic sun and our shadows, and they allow artists to render whatever amount of foliage is needed to achieve their vision without compromise.
And no compromise means how ambitious we are when it comes to bringing our vision to life with incredible visuals. But more than that, together with Epic, we created faster way to load the world. We can now bring in more content more quickly for the smoothest possible experience as we fly down to catch up with Ciri. Welcome to Valdrest. So Valdrest is a port town, a hub for fishing, trade and mining. It's one of those places where you can meet shady characters or overhear gossip from other lands. It's also where Ciri took on her current contract.
You can see people throwing shit off the bridge.
High-tech, let's leave Kelpie here and explore the marketplace and food.
And the missus?
I'm so excited we can finally show you some of this stuff. Let's see what Valdrest has to offer.
You're pleasant. Oh, cool.
Big Teddy.
Yeah.
For the furry rascal will often wait, and a bear's weight grants good fortune.
Guys, notice how responsive the world is. Character action.
We make a lot of people drop their fruits. We run into everybody all the time.
Sometimes
All
even
the time.
setting off chain reactions. Everything is working together. Oh, look at this poor gentleman being taught how to fly by an angry innkeeper. That's what happens when you cheat at Gwent.
Last of it, is it?
Silver, round ones, jingling in the purse.
A couple of spots to get it on.
Okay, so this is the guy who gave the Ciri the quest his own. Like you probably suspect, he has his own agenda in all of this.
You off your tits again, Wilfred. Get your ass up.
A typical day's toil.
Who in? Witcheress. One using my
Witcheress.
weapons. No eternity is taking that damn soul to arrive.
I found them. And, well, suffice to say, they'll not reach you. As for the soul, I found not one speck. I presume this comes as no surprise to you. Now. Kavir's smuggling trade is of no concern to me.
Shush, shush, shush.
The manticore that flattened your cart and devoured your men. Quite the opposite.
Manticore? No, them winged hellspawn dwell in the arse end of Creighton. Not here.
While Ciri decides what to do about that merchant, let's take a look at the character technology that powers this marketplace. Why don't we listen in on these fishmongers? They're selling their wares, chatting up customers.
Morning, catch the seas. We'll find none fresher.
Ready, you ladies, after one of
Course. Get this cleaned and gutted for you. You mind, dearest? Into seeing some and more. Got mackerel, cod, all Brexit's finest.
And there is tons of tech at play here. Even in this simple market stall. Metahuman tools, improved Unreal smart objects, chaos cloth, and more.
Yeah, and all of this exists to make sure that the gap in quality between Ciri and NPCs is as small as possible.
Sweetest.
Yeah, and closing that gap, it's not just about fidelity, right? But also authenticity. They should react to changes in the world around them.
But the prisoner in Pillory isn't exciting enough for Valdrest. Let's grab everyone's attention with a circus. But the great performance deserves a huge crowd though. Let's crank it up.
So you are seeing tons of optimizations here to many of Unreal systems, including an entirely new Unreal animation framework, allowing us to fit easily in our 60 FPS budget, not just in rendering, but also with room to spare on the game thread. Over 300 animated skeletal mesh agents all going about their business. And the whole point is to leave breathing room for developers like you to introduce the gameplay and the systems that your players expect, empowering you to make your worlds come to life without Unreal standing in your way.
You are right, and that's the open world RPG that we're making. But before we wrap up, how about one final check-in with Ciri?
Yeah, because as exciting as the fish were, you know, when it's the main character.
We are making this game to be the most immersive and ambitious open world Witcher game ever. And we are making this a reality thanks to our work on Unreal with the team at Epic. I think what we are doing together is going to bring in a new generation of open world RPGs, and I'm so proud of what we accomplished so far.
We are too.
So we're almost done, but before we go, here's a small gift for all Witcher fans. A first look at Lanexet.
Yeah.
Onward, Kelly. We've worked.
Wow. I mean, it just really like The Witcher looks like it's really is a world that you can like live in, and I mean, talk about open world. And they want to make it huge and massive as possible, and like interactive with like, you know, I like choice-based games and like, you know, where things you do have a consequence and you know, can like go different directions. I think like replayability is better that way. So this seems like it's taking that to another degree, like where it's just like, all right, you run into a guy that has a fruit basket and his fruit falls, and then like the pigs go and they go and like get the fruit and everything. And so how that's going to be able to play out like in missions and everything, I'm excited to see.
One, I'm just so excited to play Witcher 4. And even though this didn't show like a lot of the battle or anything,
Yeah.
I feel like we got more of the main character's personality, which I really enjoyed, her interaction with that guy about the smuggling. And so I'm like, ooh, I like her a lot. The first trailer we knew she was a good person, but we didn't necessarily get like her personality, and that came through on this one.
Well, we'll get more of her personality when we play The Witcher 3, because I guess she's a character from The Witcher 3.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, that's why when they did a Witcher 4 trailer, like they did a reveal, I'm like, I feel like we should know this character, because like if you played Witcher 3, I bet you would, but like we don't, because we hadn't played it yet, and I hadn't seen any of the other trailers that we'd watched for it. So when we play Witcher 3, I think we'll get definitely more of a personality too that way.
Perfect. Okay. Looking forward to that. But like just seeing how incredibly realistic the world was,
Mm-hmm.
and just how rich the artwork was for this, how like the sunlight moving through versus the cloud cover moving through, the wind moving through the trees and the leaves. And this just blew my mind in terms of, I couldn't help but think of what the future of gaming is going into virtual reality. And then my brain went to like, well, this is like what's going to lead to the Westworld kind of thing. And that's not in the, oh, you go to like some ranch in the West and there or like robots walking around, but more so like through virtual reality, you can go into a world like this that is genuinely this real and lifelike and have a gaming experience. And yeah, that just, I mean, it's kind of blowing my mind.
The intro for it with that monster.
Yeah. That was,
and the carriage and everything. And just like the detail when the guy with like the big scars and everything like that opened up the door, and you can just see like every little like line on his face. It was crazy.
I loved the fact that there's obviously this big scary monster, and they kind of employ the whole Jaws suspense creation where it's like, you know, it's out there, you start to hear it, but you can't see it, you don't know exactly what it is, and then like something grabs him and you're like, whoa, it's something big. Like we've seen something, but we still don't know what it is. And then the whole crash and he's falling and he gets on the ground. And I love the way that they shot it, because it was frustrating in exactly the right way. Because it's just like, dude, you're going to die anyway. Just move. I want to see what's coming for you. But that was the great thing, was like there was something big in the background, but I couldn't quite see what it was. And I knew it was coming up behind him, and I knew it was going to get him. So just the way that they built that suspense was fantastic. I love that we have a horse. And the detail in the horse was amazing.
Yeah.
I mean,
they show the muscle like definition or whatever, and like exactly like using exactly what kind of muscles would be like for a horse for riding that. Yeah.
Like I think of, I think it was Assassin's Creed was the last time when we did horseback riding in a game. It was good for a video game, but it wasn't like what I would expect in terms of like looking at a real life horse.
Yeah.
When they showed how the horse was without a rider and a saddle, and just seeing the body of the horse running through, I mean, the veins, the muscle, that was incredible. Just incredible. And
I was only half joking when I was talking about like, oh, I hope they don't make it too realistic because I don't know how to ride a horse, because that is my gripe with some games where it's just like, okay, like I get you're trying to make it like realistic and like dive into like, and that's what some people really love about games. They're like, oh, a game is like super realistic. Oh, you really would have to do this. Like, but for me, it's like, okay, you know, I don't want to make it too realistic where it's like a chore to do certain things. That's why I just don't really like fall damage in most games. I'm like, you know, I'm trying to think of what games I might like it in, but like most games I don't like fall damage either. I'm just like, I get it. Like if you fell,
it would hurt.
Yeah, it would hurt, you know, and your health will go down. But yeah, it's like, you know, but also there's like, there aren't really Witchers in the world, and you know, these like flying like vampire huge beasts. So I think it's okay to not have everything be realistic. You know, like look realistic, sure, but like the mechanics of it all, I don't always want it to be, you know, 100%. Well, this is how you would have to do it. So like the horse, like I don't know. I'm just like, okay, yeah, I want it to be like move realistically and everything like that, but I don't know. I don't know enough about horse riding to say like, oh, but I don't want it to like, you know, like the controls, like, okay, well, you have to. It's harder to ride the horse bareback than it is on the saddle. So you like
Oh, okay. Yeah.
you know, so therefore like it's harder to control in the game. It's like it'll be like more sensitive or whatever on the joystick if like you're without a saddle, if you don't, you know, ride it bareback. So that's just little things like that. I'm just like, okay, that's a little bit too realistic.
I just can't wait for this. And that shot at the end with like when we see the world from a distance. Yeah, so far there's nothing I've seen about this game that doesn't totally excite me to play it.
Let us know your thoughts down below in the comments, and thanks so much for checking out our reaction for The Witcher 4 Unreal Engine 5 tech demo, but just keep in mind
That our reaction is definitely not definitive.